Your identity matters. There is a reason you've been brought up, raised into that community, religion, environment. It is who you are. It doesn't matter which nation you run to. At the end of the day, your identity will still remain the same. Even if you go and have children with someone from a different country, at the end of the day, you still have your original. And the thing is, sometimes our histories of where we are from can be part of the reason sometimes people just don't want to identify. Let's say you're from a country whereby the history is known for brutality, atrocities committed against another community or another nation. You may look and say, I don't want to be identified as this. But guess what? You may be the 1% or the one out of 100 who becomes the one to make a change. Remember, one person is a nation. Whoever leads a country is one person who is from a community, a race. At the end of the day, is one. That one person represents a nation from wherever they came from. And that's the reality. Do not hate yourself because someone told you the color of your skin. Whatever color of your skin is, that's you. That's your complexion. Love it. You don't have to put filters on it, put so much makeup that you don't even know who you really are just because 10, 20, 30, 100, 1,000, a million people told you you look like this or like that. That's their problem. Let's say you are born with a disability. Let's say you are born with a special condition. That's your reality. Don't hate it. There's something unique around it that you can figure it out and make you stand up and stand out. Let's say you're disabled and people can be able to run and do things, but you can't. But you can be a painter. You can be a public speaker. You can be one who could sit in a community and guide. Each one of us has something that is unique. And the problem is we see this time and time again where someone is told or pushed to hate themselves. Because why? Because the other person knows that you have something unique. Ask yourself this question. Why are we in a time and times whereby we are seeing communities totally being annihilated out of existence because someone is in power and decides these people don't need to exist? Why? It's because that community has something unique. Every community has something that's unique. I'm from a community, we normally are stereotyped, and the bias because we are a community whereby there's issues with water. And so the only way to identify someone from there, the joke is always, when you see them with a jerrycan, you know they're from this place. Now, is the stereotype right or wrong? Depending on how you debate it. Now, if I am to look at it because I'm from that community, yeah, I have too many jelly cans that everywhere I have. If there's rain, I will sip it in everywhere. Is the stereotype right or wrong? Debatable, depending. I just came through a lot of research and learned there's another part of the same community that you are in Paraguay. And how did I identify them? They loved the color yellow. That is a mark that I can be able to tell, they're like us. And the thing is, every community, every nation is unique. If you don't understand someone's culture, create their interest. Let's say the language is too hard to start off with. Start with something that is common. Start with the food. Look at a food that you look at and like, hey, I like that food. I remember there are places I've gone to, I am clueless. Someone speaks, I'm looking at them, I'm like, I'm trying. I'm really trying. I cannot understand what they're saying. But I'm like, I like that food. So we start from the food. From the food, I'm taught a culture. And then I'm able to understand this person could be from this community. This community could be several tribes. Out of these several tribes, they could have other dialects. And I'm like, I may not keep up with the dialect and I may not keep up with the tribes. I may not keep up there, but I like the food. And out of the traveling I've done, I've been able to embrace a lot from different countries because, the food, I love the food. And the thing is, find a common ground. Keep out the politics. Because the politics always messes everything up. Because when you go down that road, it really messes things up. However, doesn't mean you ignore the issues that have happened. And again, almost all communities at the same time, as much as they're beautiful as they are, they also have their flaws. They have things they have been involved in pre-colonial history, post-colonial history, and they are uncomfortable. Denying that isn't right. Talking about it in a safe space is good so that we unwrite those parts of history. The reason that colonization worked is because communities were divided. One made superior than the other one. One told you like this, one told like that. It's a game on same old game we see it when you were in high school. For example, you see, people hate themselves to a point about they even don't want to remember their own ethnic language, their own dialect. Why? Because you feel if you speak English, you stand out. But for my experience, English, and I keep saying this, English was forced on us. When I mean forced on us, exclusive of the atrocities during colonization. Now, in primary, for example, when you wanted to study English, what happened to you if you didn't know English? Because this happened to me through up to I think I was 12, 13 years. So I couldn't keep up because even when I was speaking, I would like slip up with the, from my community, I couldn't separate the L and the R. And I really hard. So what used to happen, they put something like it would be wood, and then is written something like I don't understand English, then it's wrapped around my neck. Okay, so if you do a little colonial slavery, yeah, you get the drift. Yeah, it's giving those vibes. And then that was one. The other one was you put on a sack, front back. You put it in the sack, and the sack is you don't know English. You're supposed to wear that through the whole day, sometimes through the whole week, until you understand how to speak English. So for me, I went through that process. It was horrible because there was a lot of bullying, laughing, and everything. But guess what I did? I took that, sharpened, became better at it. The same people who laughed at me could not keep up. And I didn't leave it there. Even after high primary, high school, campus, I went and became better at it. However, I didn't take it from the context that it was thrown to me. It was thrown to me to make me hate myself. I embraced it and became good at it. And from people who are from those countries or nations that imposed all these inhumanities, I laugh and sit together with them. I don't hate them because of the things that were done by their governments, their systems, or their grandfathers, their grandmothers. I'm not going to hate you because of what your mother, your father, your sister, or whatever did to me. They did, that's not you. Unless you choose to play that game, then I'll be like, okay, fine. So you're part of the club. The thing is, we don't have to carry that hatred. Just because you don't know someone's religion, someone's culture, it doesn't hurt to want to learn. It doesn't hurt to want to interact. I thank God sometimes for this internet, social media to an extent, because I'm able to learn about other cultures. We're able to see the other communities are going through atrocities. In our continent, we're going through atrocities. In my country, I mean, the leader in power is saying shoot to execute, execute. Next thing they're saying, maim them, let them have one leg or two legs not functioning. You know what people end up doing? They make memes out of it. And they're like, so if I cannot walk, I'll end up in a wheelchair, or maybe not in a wheelchair. That means I'll be tax exempted for being disabled. Vibes on vibes. Now, someone will say you guys are crazy. That's the coping mechanism. And sometimes it is quite interesting here in the country where we are going through so much horror, but people have found a way to create memes and funny content. Part of the copy mechanism, they are not ignorant of the evil and the atrocities. They just don't let it get to them. Because if it gets to them, we all become mad men and women. And who's going to help us? Nobody. And that's unique. You're talking about scammers. I got scammed, I think, day ago, 2 days ago. Yesterday and 3 days back, I received scam calls. People pretending to be our commercial banks. I was like, really, guy, go find food, leave me alone. And then they would literally forget they were scamming and now start speaking in our language. I'm like, yo, bro, not me. So every country, every nation, every community has something unique. Don't hate yourself. Even if you marry into a different race or a different community, that's good. That's fine. Don't forget who you are. If you're in another country, you're an immigrant. Don't say because you're in this country, in this nation, you are like those people. of that country. No, they have their culture, they have their identity, they have what it is. Appreciate, learn, share what you have, let them share what they have, learn, but don't hate where you're from. Don't let hatred eat you up until you don't even know who you are. Yes, the world is bleeding. Yes, countries are bleeding, communities are bleeding, families are bleeding, societies are bleeding. Maybe you may be the one to unbleed it all, to patch those places and bring healing. It's a choice. You can choose to be the victim, you can choose to be the healer. It's a choice that only you can make. Where you decide, I'm not playing this game, I become the better version. But remember, it's a choice. Don't hate yourself. Embrace, love, and grow.